Well, in lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come. A cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them began his college career way back in 2018. Now entering the NFL as a second-round pick. It's Tyler Shough.
Kate, it's really obvious. Tyler has nothing to prove about his dedication to the game. And he put his body on the line collegiately. He got that covered across a 7-year career in a couple different stops. Evaluators, they love grit. Tyler's got a lot of it.
Chris Olave. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play action, Chuck. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to wisely get into the slide. Manages to avoid any sort of contact, but he did start it a little bit shy of what they needed for that first down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And gets a few on the plunge forward.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Kamara. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They send a tight end in motion. 3rd down, here's Shough. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Well, I am flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
So 4th down, and here comes Kai Kroger to punt for the Saints. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a 4th rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Kid, I don't think I'm the only one wondering whether or not age is catching up to Cousins. He was often injured last year, ultimately benched at the end of the season. But this is a guy who entered the year top 20 all-time in passing in the NFL. Been a durable starter for the majority of it.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Got a man, it's Drake London. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Gets this one to London. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Falcons, first down.
All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the 43. Another carry for Robinson. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Falcon first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. We had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be 2nd down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Cousins. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Cousins to throw once again. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. This from 48 on the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First call here coming from the shotgun. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Another run for Kamara. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Running back sent in motion left. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Chris Olave with the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
The extra point, here's Smith. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints take a 4-point lead.
Saints 7, Falcons 3.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Here's the counter give to Robinson. And he'll find him for a few. It's 3rd down.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay-on-schedule kind of plays. But I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Look at this, the tight end getting the carry here. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On play action, here's Shuck. It's caught right side by Johnson. And they'll get him down right along the line, so no gain is how we'll end the opening quarter. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 7-3 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Chuck now from the gun. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
17 yards.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the thousandth time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Shuck. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
4 yards.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Falcons go a nickel, 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He finds Vele working downfield here. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
Kamara gets it on the draw. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
41-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Kamara gets it off the option. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shuck working from the gun. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the
down.
sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand, when you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball because this game moves in a hurry.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Putting the tight end in motion. Now Chuck on third and long. Sends this to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Cousins now off the play fake. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, the Saints got to it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. In motion the slot man right. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches. Shuck to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this 1st half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Chuck on 3rd down. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And the Falcons get to it. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And nothing to show from their last drive except, well, we did see a couple of short tempers, Brock. Not happy to have fumbled away that series.
Yeah, fumbles are one of those mistakes, Kate, you don't get a lot of grace for in the NFL. Just one in a game is too many. Gotta find a way to protect the rock.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now. They need 7. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
First down throw for Cousins. That one's complete right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Football's on the 48. Here we go, first down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Robinson, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
It'll be 2nd and 7 on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running back sent in motion. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Finds him over the middle. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Let's see Riley up to make that stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Okay, to get a sack in a down and distance like that tells me that's one connected defense. A front and secondary that plays to one another, understands one another, and even in a 3rd and short situation could get home for a sack.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And they avoid a return on the play. This one bounces and gets out at the 25-yard line. The Saints and Chris Olave ready to take over once again on offense. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Shuck now on first down. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. This one up to about the 27-yard line. D'Alford getting there for the stop. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He's going to tuck it and run. And that one goes for a gain of 11. Yeah, that's good for a Saints first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10. Here's Shuck. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans.
And the Saints.
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A gain of 12.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. To throw, Shuck. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other to give him a chance to make a play.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. This one will be intercepted. And the Falcons are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Here's Agnew on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Starting the half with Robinson. Escapes the defender. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Falcon first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
All set to go now from the 35. Going to the ground again on first. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Cousins. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. From the gun, they go with Algier. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie things 10-10. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And we're all knotted up at 10 after that interception was turned into a touchdown. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Off the play action, Chuck. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. On play action, here's Chuck. Completes this one to Hill. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll send their tight end right. Chuck now from the gun. That's caught left side by Baylor. And they make the tackle at the 38. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
For a Saints first down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Kamara now on 1st and 10. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Zone read here, the handoff to Kamara. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Looks like the Falcons are opting for dime coverage for this 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Staying with Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
5 men in the secondary for the Saints. Third down. To the air, Cousins. Complete beyond the marker. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Dropped for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. A toss snap to Robinson. Space pass for 35. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They put a receiver in motion right. Here's Algier on first down. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6.
Yeah.
I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
This time it's a passing play. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. He can't hang on to the pass. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Drake London. So that brings up 4th and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Saints come marching onto the field. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Counter give to Kamara. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play.
down.
He gets a half dozen on the carry. That's also going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd
When you don't have
and
great
6.
success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd down, here's Shuck. It's complete. This is Olave. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Gain of 8.
Give him 8 yards on the play.
First down.
And that's good for a Saints first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Pistol snap here to Shuck. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Complete to Taysom Hill. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. Second down now, they need 7. Shotgun snap to Shuck. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football, even from the best at every level. Nothing more to do but shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be right back your way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To throw again here, it's Shuck. Taken in by Vele, right side. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
It's a gain of
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good for the Saints. First down. A gain of 14. First down, New Orleans.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, kid. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Back to pass on 2nd and short. Screen here for Kamara. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space, and it was all about his athleticism after that.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
They'll run with Kamara. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He keeps the option on 2nd and goal. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Throwing, Shuck. Pocket from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Fourth down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. There's the fake, Cousins to throw. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They give to Algier from the gun. Still finding room past the 45. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Getting out to his left. He can run it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's across midfield.
Now that's a situation may have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
All right, to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Saints and Tyler Shuck just about ready for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shuck working from the gun. A big big trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe the Saints got this one back. Yep, someone landed on top of that one.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Motioning left is their running back. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, option.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
4th down.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. It's this one to Tyler Algier. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
A 6-yard pickup.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons down by only 3. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Setting up to pass. Back to Pitts it goes. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Connects with his back, Algier. It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
A gain of 22 more yards. That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Back to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
Touchdown, Falcons.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted.
Coming in from the right, and they blocked it! They blocked it! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick.
You know, it really does, Kate. When you see that point blocked, It just deflates. You feel it. The whole sideline gets deflated, but I'll tell you what else it does. It puts a little seed of doubt and thought into your kicker and your special teams, and you hate that. You really do. You want those guys playing with as much confidence as your offense and defense is. So making sure you get your kicker right and that special teams unit right, that's going to be hugely important here down the road.
The New Orleans offense set to go now. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They motion the tight end over. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing now. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
A gain of 7.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Chuck now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
This is outside of field goal range, so no choice but to go for it here. Desperation time here. This is for the ball game. It's intercepted. That will do it. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.